we finally got some UFC in the near distance, okay? This sucker's coming up, and I just don't know why I cannot shake this feeling that Justin Gaethje's going to get it done. I feel like he's going to win. Going into this, originally, I was like, well, Paddy's probably just going to choke him out. Justin Gaethje doesn't like to sharpen up the jiu-jitsu. He's just going to get choked out. But then I'm thinking, like, is he? Like, is he going to get choked out like that? Like, is he just going to go out there and get taken down and choked out? I don't know. I feel like, there's no secret here. Justin is the best guy Paddy's ever fought, right? Before that, it was Michael Chandler. And I just feel like Justin Gaethje at this point especially is just way better than Michael Chandler is. So it's hard to look at Paddy's win over Chandler and be like, well, he beat Chandler, so he'll probably beat Justin in the same way. Like, I don't know about that. I think Justin right now is still, he's obviously not in his prime, but I think he's still sharp enough to be a legitimate top guy. And I still don't know if Paddy beats all these top guys, right? We can look at what he's gotten done so far, and there's nothing crazy good. Like, all these wins right here, at least these ones here, you're telling me that Justin doesn't beat all these guys like even easier? Like, I mean, he's already beat Tony. He beat Tony easier, and he beat a better version of Tony who was on the win streak. I think he would likely flatline Bobby Green, no offense. He already beat Chandler. He beat a younger, better version of Chandler. Like, Justin's better than all these guys that Paddy has beaten. Okay, and now, obviously, this doesn't mean Paddy can't get it done. I just think when we look at Paddy and we look at Justin, we're looking at it in a weird way. To be fair, this was my argument when he fought Chandler as well, and I was wrong. But Paddy isn't the typical young contender on the rise with momentum. Like, he's a very inactive guy himself. He doesn't fight all the time. He does blow up between camps. So it's not like he's got that young, all in the game like contender going against the older guy. It's kind of a similar thing. These guys are like in the same boat, prize fighter type guys, where they're not super active anymore. And they only really want the big names, and this is what both guys want. They're in a similar spot. And, Justin just beat Fiziev again, which is a good win. I think Fiziev and Paddy, that's a good scrap, So I think Justin's still sharp, and he's still good. And I think he might be good enough to beat Paddy. I don't want to believe it, but I just can't shake the feeling. I feel like I'm going to kick myself if I just go into this thinking Paddy's just going to go out there and dominate, choke him out, and then I'm dead wrong, and Justin goes out there, stops takedowns, and beats up on Paddy Pimblett, man. And that's just kind of what I weirdly think is going to happen. I'm not going to, I'll make an early prediction. I think Justin's going to win. I might change this up once the fights get closer and I break down the whole card quickly, or the whole main card. But as it sits right now, I think Justin Gaethje's going to go out there and get it done. I think he's as elite as it gets, and he's proof to be an elite top guy. Whereas Paddy, I don't know if I can back him to go out there and beat Justin as easy as people are kind of thinking he's going to do, Like, does he have an advantage in the grappling? 100%. But I just don't think the path to get there is going to be as easy as people think, right? Justin, if he's going into this camp really working on the defensive wrestling, he doesn't want to get in the grappling exchanges. He's going to go out there and just kind of what he did against Tony, let's not engage in the grappling. Let's keep this on the feet, chew up his leg, chew up his face with shots, the box, and the power. I see Justin going out there and getting this one done in similar fashion that he did to Tony, where he's just lighting Paddy up with big shots, and Paddy's tough and he's pushing through, but he's getting lit up a little bit, and he might get finished late. It's just a weird gut feeling I think is going to happen. That's where I'm sitting with it right now. I cannot shake that feeling anymore. So I've got to go out and make a video about it so I don't regret this later, right? I'll dive into this more the closer we get. I'm not opposed to the idea of Paddy going out there and getting it done in dominant grappling fashion. It's just for some reason I don't see it happening. I think Justin's going to win, and I've got to say that now. So that's my thoughts on this early little breakdown of this thing. When we get closer, we'll reassess. But as it says right now, I think Justin can get this thing done, and I think he will.